The season just gone. I do most of the time now to sit down and analyse and see how the first team have done. Mostly looking back, the first month, 6 weeks went very well. I thought we got a few late goals and mostly rode our luck at times. As the season went on, it's been a real topsy-turvy season with lots of good moments, lots of moments that we have to reflect on and look back on. We are a club at the present moment only 3 years old, and I think people have got to mostly take that into the position we are, because our philosophy 5 years ago was to actually produce young players, and maybe on that side of it we've overachieved. The end to the season, the Derbyshire Senior Cup final, a real positive, especially with the amount of younger players that you have got in the team, with a nice mix of experience, and also the finish towards the season is something that we hope we can start like next year. But I do believe that this is the right way for the football club, not just on a playing front, but financially for a football club you have to be able to maintain a consistency that you are, whatever you bring in, you need to balance the books, and certainly these kids can help with the way they've come through and how quickly they could come through. The Callum Chettles, the Shay Adams, Aki Wright, you can even put Ryan Wilson in there, who's still only 21, and Joe Maguire's only 21. Danny Gordon's only 20, Matt Baker's 20. So Scott Lowe, who's been out on loan at Belper this year, who's got promoted, he's 20, 21. So there's a lot there for the future. Maybe sitting down over reflecting, when you're away at the present moment like we are in Mallorca with an academy, you've actually got 16, 17 players that have actually come out here who are part of our first team or have played in the first team. The academy, we started off with the philosophy that we were going to try to go and win as many games as we can. I do believe that because of our winning mentality, where we've won a lot more games and what have you, and it's helped our development, it's helped our nurturing of the younger players, and I believe that's one of the reasons why they've come through so quickly. But to win the British Colleges League and win the Conference Youth League, it's a great achievement with the boys. The Reserve League really this year was used as a weapon to have a look at trialists, have a look at different players if they came in, younger players, to see how they were developing, rather than maybe a winning thing. But not saying that we didn't want to win. We lost in the final of the Central Conference Cup, and at the present moment we're still waiting to see whether we've won the Central Conference Reserve League. But we go out to win every game, but it is about nurturing players, and I do believe that they get better by actual being in a winning team. I think that helps, and maybe that's why we've had so many players that come through in such time. But the younger players wouldn't have developed without the older players. The Laurie Wilsons, who's led very well in Gary Ricketts, and also Rob Duffy. James Reed. When you mostly say about James only just turned 24, so still very, very young in a way. But we've done exceptionally well with a lot of things in the academy, and it hasn't been easy, especially with the leaving of Darren. Darren leaving and Steve coming in. There was a period of time where we had to, sort of double up, and the players had to get used to somebody else and different regime. But mainly the regime, the training didn't change too much. Now we are really working hard on the EPP and their player performance plans, and how many games they have, and the sports science of it and everything like that. So we're certainly delighted in 3 years as a manager of Ilkeston FC. We've had a great 3 years, and it holds well for the future of the football club. Yeah, it's a good challenge. We've come out on a real educational trip through the Leonardo funding. I think that's an important thing, that we've been able to get the funding and what have you, due to the educational side of it. They're over here to learn. They're over to learn about the culture, also to take some Spanish lessons as well. I think they've got 4 lessons while they're over here, and we're certainly enjoying the sun, and everything's done properly. No different to, as it would be when we were at home. And we're finding out a little bit about the most probably sedate, very maybe not as punctual over here as they are in England. They do take the time and what have you, but the hospitality at the hotel and the food has been fantastic, and we're hosted by Real Mallorca, so we play them tomorrow. So we're looking forward to it, because they'll be playing a different style and a different way. So we'll be looking to make sure that we put up a good performance, and it would be nice to go and win. I'm certainly not saying that we don't come over here to win, but we know it's not going to be easy, and the conditions as well. I think 26 degrees is going to be a good challenge for them. So we've got to make sure we keep the ball and keep our shape, and we know that if we play or perform to our best, that we can go and certainly get a result.